Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Just Chatting with No Name, No Blame. Today, we have a special guest, a dedicated student who's been using the Feynman learning technique to master, for example, the intricacies of economics mathematics. Welcome, Nana Nobla.
Thank you for having me. It's great to be here.
Absolutely. So, let's dive right in. Nana Nobla, can you explain what led you to discover and start using the Feynman learning technique?
Certainly, the Feynman technique caught my attention as I was searching for effective study methods. The idea of teaching a concept as if you were explaining it to someone else appealed to me. It not only ensures a deep understanding, but also highlights areas where my own understanding might be lacking. So I decided to give it a try, especially for business, um, for economics mathematics. Yes, that's it.
That's fascinating. Now, you've created numerous videos on economics mathematics as part of your Feynman learning process. How did this idea come about, and what impact has it had on your own learning journey?
Well, as I was delving into the Feynman technique, I realized that explaining these complex mathematical concepts in a video format not only solidified my understanding, but also created a resource for others struggling with similar topics. Teaching through videos forced me to simplify explanations and address any gaps in my knowledge. Plus, the positive feedback from viewers added an extra layer of motivation to continue this approach.
It sounds like a win-win situation. Now, for our listeners who might not be familiar, can you give a brief overview of how the Feynman technique works, especially in the context of learning a challenging subject like mathematics?
Absolutely. The Feynman technique involves four key steps. First, choose a concept you want to understand, then teach it to someone else as if they were a complete beginner. This forces you to break down complex ideas into simpler terms. If you get stuck, it highlights areas that need more attention. Second, identify the gaps in your understanding during the teaching process. This step is crucial because it reveals where your knowledge might be shaky. Third, revisit the learning material to fill those gaps and enhance your understanding. This might involve going back to textbooks, lecture notes, or seeking additional resources. And lastly, simplify your explanation even further. If you can convey the concept in straightforward terms, you've truly mastered it.
A clear and concise breakdown of the technique, thank you. Now, considering your experience, how has incorporating the Feynman technique into your study routine impacted your overall academic performance?
The impact has been significant. Not only has it deepened my understanding of diverse subjects, but the act of teaching through videos has enhanced my communication skills. I found that breaking down complex concepts in a way that's accessible to others requires a thorough grasp of the material. It's like a feedback loop. Teaching improves my understanding, and a deeper understanding improves my teaching.
That's a powerful synergy. Before we wrap up, any advice for our listeners who might want to try the Feynman technique, especially for challenging subjects?
Absolutely. Don't be afraid to start teaching. Even if it's just to an imaginary audience or a camera, simplify your explanations as much as possible. And if you encounter difficulties, see it as an opportunity to refine your understanding. The Feynman technique is not just about learning, it's about mastering and retaining information in a way that's both effective and rewarding.
Wise words. Thank you for sharing your experiences and insights into the Feynman learning technique. To our listeners, we hope you found this episode inspiring and informative. Stay tuned for more engaging discussions on the channel of No Name, No Blame.